Obviously, this is the Unscrambled channel. I'm making the video today because people keep asking me to look into some more pictures. Anyway, let's just go into the channel to show you basically a little bit of history about where we started, okay? So when I made this channel, I was totally in awe. I was so upset for the family, and I just made a few videos and I stuck them on. Here they are down here where I started, until someone kept going on about somebody being on the drive, and I broke down the drive footage. In fact, I got to 16 videos. Keep trying to show the people that things were wrong. And then as we get up here, I started noticing that the footages weren't adding up and that things didn't look right in them, into the fact that the discovery document says that Chris Watts was only on the drive for 10 minutes. Then comes the rest, as you can see, as I start to change and start to break this down and see so many anomalies. Into where we're getting to today, there is part 1 and there's part 2 there. What's underneath the photographs. So this is part 3. This is from this video here from last night. I took this put this picture through this forensic where is it called? Let me have a look. It's called let me have a look. It's called, of course it'll be under there, it's called Photo Forensic. Okay. This is a picture of me and my son. Yes, there's a bit of colour there. The sun is coming through. Obviously, it's very bright. But look at our bodies. There is no colours, nothing or ever. Yeah, a tiny bit of pink because we were pink skinned. But you'll see that there's no pinks, no reds, no blues, no oranges, no nothing. Because this picture is a real picture and not manipulated. But look at the one I'm going to show you. So, we're looking at a few pictures of him and the children. Now, I've just explained to you there should be no colours in these photographs. It should be, if it was a real photograph, everything would be dark. This is a photo forensic thing. This is showing you where all the picture is doctored. It's all doctored. All those colours mean the picture is doctored, all of them, as I go through looking at this photograph. It should be just black and white, really, with a tiny bit of background colour, because obviously light and stuff like that, the fact that we're pink people, but you can see all the lines and everything. So this is me showing you how I'm using it. Do you see the lines across the children's legs? Do you see it yet? This shouldn't happen. It should all be dark with no colours. The colours are showing you it's all manipulated. All these things are the photographs manipulated. None of this should be there if it was a real photograph. And as you can see, no metadata, nothing. No thimbles, no metadata, nothing. And it says photoshopped. Did you see that? Photoshopped. So that's not a real photograph, and this one's done my head in. The piece of hair on top of that person's head is superimposed on. Okay, that's what's happening there. Superimposed on. And look at all those colours added. That's because it's all been doctored and manipulated. He's got a very long forearm, hasn't he? Look at the length of his forearm. Very long arm. Just mentioning that, by the way, as we're waiting for it to move on. The piece of hair on top of his head has been added. The hair on top of his head is not real. See that bit on the top? It's not real. It's been added to the person's head. That bit there. And why would you do that? Why would you add a piece of extra to make them look like someone else? I mean, I don't even think that picture looks like Frank. I don't know who that is, but anyway, it doesn't even look like him as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, anyway, you can see the top of the hair is superimposed on top. And when you break the photograph down and just put all these things in, none of these things should look like this. They should just be black and white pixels. But you can see that it's all a merge of things. Things. And the top of the hair on top of his head has been added. It's definitely manipulated, but I mean, they've definitely added that piece of hair on top of his head. And there you go. Is that a good enough picture for you to see that it is doctored? There you go. Do you see? Do you see it now? Do you see it now? The top of the hair on his head has been added for sure. Why would they have to do that? Real photographs, you don't have to do things like that. Anyway, no meta tags, no geotags, no thimbles. Oh look, Photoshop. That's the only thing it's showing is a total Photoshop. And then I went to this picture. Just look at all the added pixels and everything. It should just be black and white. Real pictures don't have all these things on it. I mean, just look at that, the amount of manipulation in that photograph. Look at the hairline on that picture of Shanann. I don't actually see anybody underneath the photograph, but no metadata, no geotags, and just that. So it's photoshopped. All of them are photoshopped.